Are you guys confused about which all-rounder to pick or to buy in 2024 that are in meta and which can carry the entire game? Don't worry, in this video I will show you top 10 best all-rounder for solo ranking in Pokemon Unite, so you don't have to waste your coin on wrong Pokemon. Not only that, I will also show you their best build, battle item and boost emblem with the guideline. By the way, every week I upload a guide video on Pokemon Unite, so make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can get more this type of Unite content. Now, without wasting any time, let's begin the video. In the number 10, we have the wrestler boy Machamp. Machamp is one of the all-rounder which deal insane amount of burst damage. Machamp can one-shot the squishy Pokemon in just blink of an eye, and the mobility of the Machamp is also quite good, but he has little bit lower defense in compared to other all-rounder. Because of his good mobility and damage, he is really useful to kill the damage dealer of opposing Pokemon. And if you are playing Machamp, always try to mark the damage dealer of opposing Pokemon, especially in the team fight, because if you take down the damage dealer of opposing Pokemon, it will give upper hand to your teammates. One thing I love most about the Machamp is his Unite move. With his Unite move, you can literally take down the whole team of enemy, only if you connect the Unite move properly. And the power spike of Machamp come when he reaches level 7, so make sure to play little bit safe in the early game until you reach level 7. About the best moveset for Machamp, well, all the moveset of Machamp are good, but I personally prefer Cross Chop and Dynamic Punch. With these two moveset, you can deal massive amount of burst damage. And here's the build for Machamp. While using this build, always make sure to stack the attack weight at the stack of 6, and then you will start seeing some damage of Machamp, or else you will see little bit less damage. And here's the boost emblem. In the number 9, we have the Balloon Lady Azumarill. Azumarill is one of the all-rounder which has the damage, the mobility and most importantly the durability. Azumarill deal highest amount of critical damage among all the other all-rounder. This is what makes Azumarill so deadly. She can even penetrate through the defense of the defender and supporter. Because of her good mobility, she can easily go in the backline of the opposing Pokemon and kill the damage dealer. And as I have mentioned earlier, Azumarill has really good durability. That is the reason why it is super hard to kill Azumarill, and the power spike of Azumarill come when he reaches level 6. In just level 6, Azumarill unlock both of her moveset. Because of this, Azumarill can dominate the early game very effectively. And if you are playing Azumarill, try to play aggressive in the early game, because even in the early game, Azumarill can deal decent amount of damage. About the best moveset for Azumarill, well, all the moveset of Azumarill are good, but I personally prefer Water Pulse and Aqua Tail. With these two moveset, you can deal high amount of critical damage. And here's the build for Azumarill. For the battle item, you can either take X speed or eject button. And here's the boost emblem for Azumarill. In the number 8, we have the Dino Boy Tyranitar. Tyranitar is one of the all-rounder which deals true damage to the opposing Pokemon. Now, some of you might be wondering, what does the true damage mean? Well, true damage is the damage which ignores all the defense of the opposing Pokemon. Let me give you an example. Right now, as you can see, Crustle has very low HP, but he has lots of shield. Now, the damage of the Tyranitar will totally ignore the shield of the Crustle. Watch very carefully and then you will understand. As you can see, the damage of the Tyranitar totally ignore the shield of the Crustle, and this is what called true damage. This is the reason why Tyranitar is super deadly, especially in a team fight. The only problem with the Tyranitar is in the early game. He needs lots of palm to evolve into Tyranitar. If Tyranitar does not get proper palm in the early game, he is quite useless. And did you know that because of his true damage, Tyranitar can easily stop the goal scoring of opposing Pokemon even if they have Rayquaza shield. About the best moveset for Tyranitar, well, all the moveset of Tyranitar are good, but I personally prefer Dark Pulse and Ancient Power. And here's the build for Tyranitar, and this is the boost emblem. You can take a screenshot if you want. In the number 7, we have my ex Mewtwo X. Now, lots of you might be wondering, why did I put Mewtwo X in the top 10 list? Because Mewtwo X is right now banned on Master Rank. Well, I also know that Mewtwo X is banned on Master Rank right now, but soon you can again play Mewtwo X in Master Rank. So that's why I have put Mewtwo X in the top 10 list. Anyways, apart from all those things, Mewtwo X is a really strong Pokemon, especially in the category of all-rounder. Once Mewtwo X turns into the Mega Mewtwo X, He is super strong. He can even penetrate through the defense of the defender and supporter. But it is quite hard to transform into the Mega Mewtwo X. And Mewtwo X is quite weak in the normal form. So try to play little bit safe in the normal form. Mewtwo X is beginner friendly and easy to master. You don't need lots of practice to master him properly. And if you are new player in Pokemon Unite and looking for a strong Pokemon, I would suggest you to play Mewtwo X. And about the best moveset for Mewtwo X, well, all the moveset of Mewtwo X are good, but I personally prepare Side Strike and Teleport. And here's the build for Mewtwo X. For the battle item, you can either take X speed or eject button. And here's the boost emblem for Mewtwo X. You can take screenshot if you want. In the number 6, we have the red guy Scizor. Scizor is one of the Pokemon which has the highest amount of durability among all the other all-rounder. Scizor can literally do 1v3 or 1v4 if he does not get any kind of stun. Even if the Scizor has very low HP, never ever underestimate him. Because of his great durability, Scizor can easily survive even in very tiny bar of HP. And if you don't have any stun Pokemon, it is super hard to kill Scizor unless you have a burst damage Pokemon. And if you are playing against Scizor, always try to attack him from the distance, because in close combat it is super hard to kill Scizor. The power spike of the Scizor come when he reaches level 7, so make sure to play a little bit safe, especially in the early game. Scizor is one of the Pokemon which is beginner friendly and very easy to master. You don't need lots of skill to master him properly, because while playing Scizor you just have to spam the button. And if you are new in Pokemon Unite and looking for a strong Pokemon, you should definitely try out Scizor. About the best moveset for Scizor, well, it's definitely Bullet Punch and Sword Dance. And here's the build for Scizor. For the battle item, always take Potion. With Potion, you can survive for a longer period of time. And it also has a very low cooldown. Because of that, you can use Potion in every team fight. And here's the boost emblem for Scizor. In the number 5, we have the chubby boy Dragonite. Dragonite is one of the all-rounder which deal massive amount of brutal damage from his basic attack. In just 2 or 3 hits, he can easily kill the squishy Pokemon. In 1 vs 1, it is almost impossible to win against Dragonite, because Dragonite deal massive amount of brutal damage and he also stun the opposing Pokemon from his basic attack. That is the reason why Dragonite don't even give the chance to move or to attack in close combat. And if enemy Pokemon does not have any kind of stun, it is super hard to stop Dragonite. And if you are playing against Dragonite, make sure to attack him from the distance, because it is super hard to win against Dragonite in close combat. With long range Pokemon, you can easily counter Dragonite. Anyways, Dragonite has a really high melting power. He can easily melt down Rayquaza and Regieleki. So always make sure to be present with the teammates while melting Rayquaza and Regieleki. The only problem with the Dragonite is in the early game. He is quite weak in the early game. The power spike of Dragonite come when he reaches level 8. That's why I would like to suggest you to go in the jungle so you can level up faster. About the best moveset for Dragonite, it's Outrage and Dragon Dance. And here's the build for Dragonite. For the battle item, you can either take X speed or full heal. And this is the boost emblem. You can take a screenshot if you want. In the number 4, we have the blue doggy Lucario. Lucario is one of the Pokemon which has the highest mobility among all the other all-rounder. Because of his great mobility, he can easily go in the backline of the opposing Pokemon and kill the damage dealer. Not only that, Lucario can also deal decent amount of damage, especially to the squishy Pokemon. One thing I love most about the Lucario is his Unite move. With his Unite move, you can either secure the Rayquaza or you can steal the Rayquaza, because his Unite move deal a great damage in a large area. That is the reason why it's become super easy to steal the Rayquaza from the enemy. And whenever you play Lucario, always make sure to save your Unite move for the final stretch. The power spike of the Lucario come when he reaches level 7, so it is far more better you stay in the early game instead of fighting. And after reaching level 7, you can go little bit aggressive. About the best moveset for Lucario, well, all the moveset of Lucario are good, but I personally prepare Bone Rush with extreme speed. With these two movesets, you get decent amount of damage and your mobility becomes super high, so it is quite useful to chase down the squishy Pokemon. And here's the build for Lucario. For the battle item, you can either take full heal or eject button. And here's the boost emblem for Lucario. You can take a screenshot if you want. In the number 3 we have Zacian. Now again lots of you might be wondering why did I put Zacian on top 10 list. Well, I also know that right now you can't play Zacian because he is banned in master rank. But soon Zacian will be available to play in the master rank too. Anyways, apart from all those things, Zacian is a really great Pokemon. He can deal massive amount of damage and the durability and the mobility of Zacian is also quite good. The damage of the Zacian is so brutal that it can even penetrate through the defense of the defender. He has the potential to one-shot these squishy Pokemon very easily. Even in the early game, Zacian can deal massive amount of damage. His power spike comes when he reaches only level 5. That is the reason why he can dominate the early game very effectively. And whenever you play Zacian, try to play a little bit aggressive in the early game. The only problem with the Zacian is the AoE ball. He is quite weak without those balls. And about the best moveset for Zacian, well, it's definitely Sacred Sword and Agility. And here's the build for Zacian. For the battle item, always take eject button. And here's the boost emblem for Zacian. You can take a screenshot if you want. In the number 2, we have the Muscles of Iron, Bones of Steel, Mr. Buzzwole. Buzzwole is one of the Pokemon which has the highest amount of stun among all the other all-rounder. Buzzwole definitely deserves to be in the number 2. The damage that the Buzzwole deal is totally insane. He don't even give a chance to move to his opponent. Once Buzzwole catch you, you are definitely dead unless you have a pull heal or eject button, or else it is super hard to escape from Buzzwole. That is the reason why Buzzwole is also being picked in the professional tournaments. The only problem with the Buzzwole is the movement speed. The movement speed of Buzzwole is quite low. Because of that, sometimes it's become quite hard to catch the damage dealer of opposing Pokemon. Apart from that, the Buzzwole has really good durability, the burst damage and the stun. About the best moveset for Buzzwole, without any doubt, it's definitely Smackdown and Superpower. These two movesets are best for Buzzwole. And here's the build for Buzzwole. For the battle item, always take eject button because Buzzwole has a quite low mobility and eject button will help him to reach the damage dealer of opposing Pokemon. And here's the boost emblem for Buzzwole. You can take a screenshot if you want. In the number 1, we have none other than Mimikyu. Right now, Mimikyu totally deserves to be in the top spot. Mimikyu is one of the all-rounder which is totally like an assassin. He has the potential damage to one-shot the any squishy Pokemon. Mimikyu is one of the best Pokemon among all the other all-rounder. He can easily go in the backline of the opposing Pokemon and kill the damage dealer. There is no way you can escape from Mimikyu once he catches you. One thing I love most about the Mimikyu is his Unite move. With his Unite move, he can stop the Unite move of any other Pokemon, like the Unite move of Slowbro, Blastoise, Dodrio, Meowscarada and many more Pokemon. The Unite move of Mimikyu is really useful to protect your own teammate. And about the best moveset for Mimikyu, I personally prepare Flare Up with Shadow Sneak. With Flare Up, you can literally one-shot any squishy Pokemon, and Shadow Sneak helps you to reach the backline of the opposing Pokemon. And each time you kill any Pokemon which has the mark of Shadow Sneak, the cooldown of the Shadow Sneak get refreshed and you can use Shadow Sneak simultaneously. And if you are wondering whether you should buy Mimikyu or not, well, you should definitely buy him. Mimikyu is one of the all-rounder which has the potential to carry the entire game by himself. But to master Mimikyu is quite hard. You need lots of practice to master him properly. So make sure to practice him properly before playing him in the rank, because if you do not know how to utilize him properly, you will definitely lose. And here's the build for Mimikyu. For the battle item, always take eject button, and here's the boost emblem for Mimikyu. That's it for today guys, and if this video was helpful for you, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.